And most excitingly, on the other side, you see the fence and the wall. We're building a world-class ballroom. You know, for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom here. We don't have a ballroom. We have a little cocktail area, but we don't have a ballroom. The East Room, it's called, is a very small cocktail area. It holds about 88 people if it's tight. And I said, if I do this again, I'm going to get a ballroom built, and we're putting up our own money. With the government is paying for nothing. You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money.
It reminds me of billionaire money they're bribing me. Oh, I love the sound of American history being torn piece to piece, just shreds of our ancient buildings. Yeah, he loves it. He's having a lot of fun. By the way, that right there, that speech that you saw, that is a lesson to Democratic politicians and also you regular lefties out there. You guys are like, you're so disconnected. You're like in your ivory tower. You don't talk like a regular person. A regular person can't go 2 seconds between saying the word ballroom. It's just ballroom this and ballroom that. You ever been at like a Dodgers game and it's just regular Joes eating Dodger dogs and talking about the amazing ballrooms that they're gonna build? Ballrooms and ballrooms and ballrooms. You know, regular guy crap. But anyway, he's getting the ballroom. They're tearing it down, even though, look, he says the government isn't going to pay anything for it. He also said that the East Wing wasn't going to be affected. And you can see right here, it looks moderately affected by this in that it is gone. It's just been destroyed. He has made the White House look like some sections of Gaza City. So, you know, his word isn't necessarily worth much. But can I raise maybe the most pedantic sort of side quest point here? How many times have you heard him say, for 150 years, they've been trying to get a ballroom? There are things that I miss, so maybe I've missed this. Have you ever heard anyone in your entire goddamn life say, hey, when are they gonna get a ballroom at the White House? They just keep saying they're gonna do it and they don't do it. Obama's talking about ballroom, no ballroom. George W., he says he's gonna do ballroom, but we don't get a ballroom. Reagan and Clinton, no ballroom. Have you ever heard anybody? Why does he keep saying that? What is that talking point? No, I know it's like an excuse. It's supposed to make it seem like, oh, I'm the only guy that could make this happen, you know? I ended 8 ballrooms. No, 9 ballrooms I ended. I know that that's what this is fundamentally about, but like, I would love to have a reporter push back and be like, who else do you think is as obsessed with your fancy dancing room as you are? And Sharon, a lot of people are very frustrated by this in particular because they lied about the scale of the building. It is now going to dwarf the White House. It's gonna make the entire thing look terrible because this massive, ostentatious, fancy dancing room is going to overwhelm the rest of the structure. They don't seem to be going through any of the normal legal requirements for this sort of destruction or construction. So I think to a lot of people, this signifies so much of the excess and disconnect of this president, especially that this is happening during a shutdown and while people are financially hurting. But what do you make of it?
I don't believe anything he says. He's a dictator with horrific taste. The gold, he's also probably getting ripped off. The materials look tacky. But here's the thing, this is proof positive that he's not leaving. He's not leaving. He's turning it into one of his own gaudy properties, his own footprint on it. I don't believe that we're not paying for it. My ancestors built the White House, and to see him just taking this wrecking ball and not acknowledging what went into it, brick by brick, no kind of archiving or anything. It's just, let me just blow this thing up. It's a metaphor for his life and what he's done to America.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, and that history is very significant. And look, it's not like the White House will never change at all, sure. But like, I don't know, the fact that he gets to blow up like a third of it, he really, look, again, I don't know, fast forward 5 years, I don't know what happens. I don't know if, they gunned down a bunch of protesters, they set fire to the ballots and he just stayed. Maybe, I don't know. But what he is clearly forgetting is that at least the way it's supposed to work, that ain't your house. You're renting it. You don't own it, man. You are a temporary tenant. And the clock is ticking. I would love for it to tick a little bit faster, but we're tracking it right here. Almost a quarter of this is already done. You got about 3 more years, and then you got to pack your crap, pack up some classified documents or whatever, and then get back to that gaudy wreck in Florida, okay? You don't get to use the ballroom in 3 years' time, just to be clear. And he is acting as if, no, this is forever. I'm just always going to be here. And I know that the right loves that because democracy requires thought and conversation, consideration, debate, and they hate that stuff. They want a strong man to just put the boot on their neck, make all the choices for them. That's what they want. But for regular Americans, patriotic Americans, all of this is utterly grotesque.